to start. We restarted, boys. Okay. Don't worry. It's motherfucking October 24th. They don't want you to stream. They didn't want it to work, but it's working now. Twitch hates me apparently, but it's working. Look, now you can talk, so don't try to get me banned. Here we are. Let's start it. We got the Tennessee ROTC boys. All three of them protecting our great country through their work. Starting up. Eli, what do you do? Who are you? Hi, what's up, dude?
Hey, I'm a native to Tennessee, if you can't tell by the southern accent. I'm a soldier in the National Guard and working on pursuing my commission as a second lieutenant in the United States Army. So, yeah.
Hell yeah,
Living
thank
life,
you,
man.
dude. Underneath them, also protecting our rights and freedoms. Daniel, what do you do, dude?
I am a server at a Longhorn.
Hell yeah, brother.
protecting your steaks and the temperatures in which they are cooked.
And we thank you for your service, Daniel. Underneath him, next to him, not on cam. Kaleb, what's up, dude? What do you do?
I do the army thing, but I want to protect you digitally. Because it's rad to be online.
Don't let him lie to you. He sucks dick for a living.
Uh-oh, stinky. Anyway,
I think you confused me for the infantry.
Yeah, so good. Happens.
I thought that was the Marines.
No, I'm sorry.
Dude, I
I'm
thought
sorry,
the Marines
Cav
only
Scouts.
ate like
Cav
crayons
Scouts.
and yeah. Either way,
Marines.
and then I'm the host, Dominic Steel 10K, whatever, dude, running up as always. Dude, I don't even know where the hell to start, dude. We got back into this. Y'all had, what was it? We started off last time, and we can go again with field training exercise or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that dumb shit.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Exercise. So what it is it's get all your crap, put it in a bag, and then go out into the woods for 4 days. And so we sleep out in the woods, of course, because I mean they're not going to pay for us to stay somewhere. And we're just sleeping out there the first night, about to fall asleep, and the wind starts coming through. Not a big deal. We've got sleep systems or sleeping bags. We'll be fine, except for the acorns, which were like golf ball sized, raining on us all night every time the wind came through.
It was pretty fucking awesome. You'd be laying there at like 1 or 2 in the morning, and the wind would come through from like blowing in on the east side of the island. And it just sounded like a fucking avalanche of acorns raining down on people sleeping in the woods. And all I could think was, man, I'm just going to roll over and go back to sleep, but somebody's going to die tonight.
Yeah, somebody's going to die tonight.
Did you hear or see anybody that actually got hit, or was it just like, thank God that's not me? Anyways.
Nah, man, I took the approach of like, fuck them, we'll figure it out in the morning if somebody's dead.
I talked to somebody the next day who was like, I was getting pelted all night, like multiple times, just taking acorns.
Freaking PTSD from gunshots.
Yeah, you like everyone's up in the morning, just standing in formation. You look over, someone just has like 7 welts down their arm. You're like, what happened to you? You're like, I don't want to talk about it, dude. I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
It's a good time though,
Yeah.
regardless. Like,
Yeah.
getting through it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys
COVID
have any other
restrictions
stupid stuff from? Because that's like, Kaleb, I think you were telling me a little bit about this. Like, that's like multiple states like coming together, right? For that.
No, so it's
Or
just
multiple
like
guards.
local people, like
okay.
the whole, like
Eastern
pretty much
Tennessee.
East Tennessee. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
yeah. And
Chattanooga,
so,
Knoxville, and oh fuck, where's Carson Newman University? That's the
Yeah.
other one. I don't know where the fuck it is, but
yeah, and just like out in the woods, dying for a few days.
it was a good time.
Have you guys actually have you guys done any like I always hear every time I talk with someone who was in any form of military, it always comes back to like they have stupid stuff from PT and their drill the drill sergeant that they had for it. Do you guys got anything like that? Because I got a few I've heard from family. So.
I've got a good one.
Yeah?
So I'm in the National Guard. I haven't gone to basic yet, but so we have RSP, which is basically just setting you up for basic.
Okay.
And so we're there. We get there one morning, and drill sergeant says, "Go take out the trash." Well, this guy goes to do it, and so the drill sergeant just meant in the latrines. Go take out the trash there. Well, this guy goes and finds this trash can outside of our drill area and brings it back and is like, where do you want me to put this? And the drill sergeant's like, where did you get that? And so he's like, you know what? If you want to touch trash cans so bad, we'll just make it your battle buddy for today. You can just take this with you. And so, everywhere we went, there the trash can was. We even had a nickname for it, Private Zulu.
Private.
Excellent.
Very nice, very nice.
And so, we mess up at one point, inevitably as you do. And front leaning rest position, move, which means push up stance. And you just hear ka-kunk. And we look over, and he has slammed this trash can down. So the drill sergeant, of course, notices, and he goes, not fast enough, Private Zulu. Position of attention, move. Ka-kunk. Not fast enough, Private Zulu. Front leaning rest position, move. Ka-kunk. Repeat for 5 minutes. Up, down. Cha-chung, cha-chung, cha-chung.
I'm happy to hear this is the army.
Oh, it's so good. There's so much little stupid shit. While I was at training this summer, I think one of the best things was, so in the Bradleys, which are the vehicles that I'm assigned to, there are 3 different people that have main components there. That is the driver, the gunner, and the BC, which is the Bradley commander. So I was on a track as a dismount, so the gunner for that track, who will remain unnamed, we were sitting around one night, and we were like, you know, we had been in the field, I think, 4 days to this point. It was like, all right, so a little bit of a lull. Who's beat off today? And like 5 of the 12 people there raised their hands. It was like, since we've been in the field, 5 of the 12 stay up.
Oh my god.
How many's done it more than like 3 times? All 5 hands stay up.
Dude, they were down.
How many's
down
done
bad.
it more than 4 times? One of the hands drops. 6 times? 2 more hands drop. There's 2 people left.
Dude, like, what else? How do you find like
8
privacy,
times?
dude?
1 drops and 1 remains. How many times have you beat off since we've been in the field? 12. How the fuck do you find time for that?
Exactly,
Like,
dude.
man,
Like,
sometimes the porta potties
Speed
are
run
just
any
there.
percent.
this man found
this
his spot and
motherfucker-
staked his claim. Like, what the fuck?
Dude, it was... and then he was like, yeah, dude, I do it while I'm in fire guard in the night.
What
while
the
I'm on
fuck?
radio watching shit. Like, I just sit up on top of the Bradley and just crank one out. And I was like, what the fuck? Following morning, we like heard a scream during the middle of the night, but we didn't really think anything of it because we were just in the field. No real threats. We were doing notional training.
Okay.
And this motherfucker was like, yeah, dude, I was in my hammock last night, and I was just like really going at it.
Ripping
And I was like, first off, you were in your hammock, which was like 3 feet from me. So, hold on. And he said, no, it gets better. And I was like, oh, shit,
excuse
here we
me.
go.
I
He's
don't
like,
think it's good yet. So
I like tried to roll over in the middle of the night and like just shoot it out the side. And what I did, I almost fucking fell on my face and fell right in it. I was like, oh my gosh, dude. God.
that man has an
Operations
issue,
is
but it's very
something
funny.
else. Good Lord.
It's almost
God bless
impressive.
the army. It's almost impressive. You're absolutely right there.
That's yikes, but thanks our military. Don't got anything like that, but I got cousins and family that have been in the military, and they always tell stories. So I got one of my cousins did basic like a year and a half ago, I think. And he told us that you know, at one point they were in the canvas top, the truck, like where, you know, everyone's sitting in the back, and then there's only like the truck in the front where like the drill sergeants are driving.
Oh yeah, the LMTVs.
Yeah. And there's like 16 people in the back. And it's January, so they're all freezing their asses off, right?
Feel that.
Yup. And then all of a sudden, Joe Sargent kind of like leans out the window. They just see his arm, and he just kind of throws something into the back. And he just goes, "That's a snake.
Excellent.
Don't touch it." You know exactly where this goes. All 16 of them move to the very back where the door that's supposed like pops down.
Yeah.
And they're all like on that, huddling for their life. And obviously, they're all like terrified for a bit, and then realize it's just a strap. And they're in the front, like dying a lot, like laughing their asses off. And
Absolutely.
That's a snake. Don't touch it.
Absolutely.
And there's also one of my uncles was told that the privates were coming in, like the rookies and like the fresh meat, if you will.
Yeah.
And it just goes, you want to yell at them or you want to get the cans? Do you know about this? The cans?
The cans. You're talking about like what? The water cans?
Water cans and the trash cans.
Oh,
like
yeah.
This is old, so like the old like actual like the metal like cylinders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the metal cans.
And they just go, I'll yell at them this time. And then as he's like yelling at them and doing as you do, right? The other guy comes in with all the cans. He's like, "Do we fuck him up yet, or no? Okay, well," and just walks outside. and obviously, some of them get a giggle and then got yelled at more, which it just made him happier. But yeah,
Absolutely.
So it's military's interesting.
Hey, so it goes, man. It's not for everybody, but it's an awesome thing to do. You know.
It is.
Daniel, you got your military stories, the war crimes you've seen in Longhorn.
The
you
war
wanna tell us
stories
about?
of Longhorn.
You wanna
Any
tell us
war
about some
crimes
war
you've committed
crimes?
that you'd like to confess to?
Only one.
Only one.
No.
Coney 2012.
You gotta bring those
y'all.
numbers up.
Coney
Go ahead.
2012.
Only.
Honestly, like Longhorn, I don't have as many horror stories as I did as like at whenever I was working at Red Lobster. Red Lobster was where all the horror stories were at. Not gonna lie.
What do you have bad at Red Lobster? I mean, besides like the endless shrimp, like I can't imagine it gets too bad.
My shrimp wasn't cooked right.
My shrimp won't.
People just realizing they have a shellfish allergy, like at
Yeah,
Red Lobster.
fucking
I feel like that's gonna be
anaphylaxis in the
the
restaurant.
Um,
Swole up like a balloon, bro.
Did I
just
ever
have,
tell
like,
you my endless one of my endless shrimp events or
No.
what happened?
I'd love to hear it.
So what happened was it was during the second week. The second week was the worst week out of everything. We had a line backed out the door waiting on stuff on tape on to be sat. We only have 2 benches in there.
Okay.
They were lined up against the wall going to the kitchen, and we had people looking into the kitchen. I'm like, "Hi." But I just got there. I had to go into the back of the restaurant because there's no way I'm going through the front of the building.
Mhm.
And we had a sweet little host. Bless his little heart. He didn't know what he was good, but like he
was like new or something.
He wasn't. Well, I don't think it was. No, he wasn't new.
He was just bad.
But
Alright.
what happened? Bless his little heart. Because my first table was a 2-top, 2 older ladies. One of them, she was fat. she was like.
He's like,
she-
we're not protecting her.
She
Go
was
ahead.
large.
She was large and in charge. Okay.
Good for her.
She also had a oxygen tank on and everything.
Hell yeah, America.
She got
status,
she got
baby.
endless shrimp
Tank.
and she got nothing but shrimp scampi and shrimp pasta.
Endless shrimp and seeing someone with an oxygen tank, that's a recipe for disaster, dude. Go ahead.
She went through about 10 refills on
Holy-
pasta and scampi. And nearing the end of it, because she was big, she could not move.
Oh no.
And so she's sitting there, and I was in the back, and somebody came and got me, and they said, "Hey, you need to go to your table right now." I'm like, "Why?" And they said, "She just threw up." like all over herself, into her plate, all over the table. So I go up there, and I'm like, "Is everything doing okay?"
I was
And she
just
says-
about to say, I imagine you walk up being like, "Is everything okay over here?" And there's
Everything
like,
okay?
everyone around that table is looking on in horror. And
No,
she's just
nobody.
like,
The thing is, nobody else is looking at them. Like nobody is
Everyone
looking at them or
accepts it.
paying them any mind at all.
they're like, they know
It's
what
just
they got
so-
themselves into ordering endless shrimp.
Yeah.
And this lady's like, "Yeah, I'm okay. It just came out. Do you think I could get a few more to go?"
Ready to go at it again?
I was about to. That was another joke I was gonna make. Is her ordering more as you walk over, and she
Oh,
actually was just like, "No, I'll have more."
So I got her a few more refills, and then she says, "Can I just get the bill and leave?" I said, "Uh-huh."
Oh, you can leave.
So, and I had been working at Red Lobster for about 5 months then.
So you've seen the hell.
So I've
Yes,
seen hell.
yeah.
I've seen what actual hell looks like.
He's been
And-
back again.
This poor host, after they got up and left, mind you, there's still throw up everywhere.
Disgusting.
The host walked up to me and he says, "I'll clean it up if you can take another table."
Oh, God.
Oh, buddy.
I'm like, "Buddy," but sure, I don't want to clean up throw up, so yeah, I took it.
Yeah.
Pour it out for the servers we lost in the lines of battle, dude.
Poor
Uh,
hell.
Not about to turn that one down.
Dude, endless shrimp was hell. Like absolute. Like I saw people cry.
Front lines of war.
Like staff
week 2 of
members or
Endless
Yes,
people?
Shrimp.
there are staff members that are crying. People who go into the freezer and scream. There are people who come in. They smell like drugs because they just took drugs to get through their
Nice.
shift.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Yeah.
I didn't even blame them.
They
Like
could-
it was so bad.
You walk in the back and they're just doing lines of cocaine. It's
Yeah,
like,
I
There
was
were-
about to say.
there-
honestly, like,
If
that's how
I'm
you
if I'm
feel.
going during Endless Shrimp and I see a waiter shooting up in the kitchen heroin, I don't care, dude. Let him be. I'm tipping him extra.
Half of the staff one day could come in drunk and just be serving tables and making shrimp. Not a guest would ever think
I was about to
it.
say, no one's gonna notice.
Nobody noticed. Not a single. I've never.
Daniel, let me
My-
ask you a question.
Oh, fine.
What? So, like, your endless shrimp, how many different ways do y'all like prepare that?
So, outside of the event, you can get it done 3 ways. You can either get it fried, the scampi, which is the garlic buttered soaked shrimp in a small little bowl container, or you can get garlic shrimp skewers.
Damn, I know a particular individual that would disagree with you there.
Inside the event.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Inside the event, there was the natural hot, it was some kind of, I think it was like some soy ginger sauced or some kind of soy ginger glazed garlic shrimp skewers. There was, I said, the natural hot. There was popcorn shrimp. There was our coconut shrimp bites.
Yeah.
The shrimp pasta. God forbid the shrimp pasta. I fucking
Damn,
hate
dude,
that.
it kind of sounds like shrimp was a fruit of the sea, you know, because you can
Yeah.
barbecue it, you can boil
Boil
it,
it.
you can roll
It's
it,
a
you can
it's a
bake it.
crustacean of the sea. It is literally the crustacean of the sea. And I've had people come in. Eat. They would race to see how much shrimp they could eat,
Sounds like me and Caleb. Like,
and they
honestly.
would
Yeah.
they would only get the shrimp skewers, or they would get the shrimp, the fried
so
shrimp. So
damn
because
good.
it was the easiest to count.
Yeah.
He's just a cow.
I saw somebody. They stayed for my entire shift. They
How long
ate
was your
400 shrimp each.
Holy fuck.
They ate what?
400 shrimp each.
They said I'm getting my money's worth whether or not you have to crane me out of here.
Now, fun fact: while I was
Can I get a few
working,
more to go?
Can I get an extra 100 to go?
They left me like $5, by the way.
Oh my
That's
God, dude.
fucked.
Yeah.
I hate people like that.
As per usual. Oh god, it was so terrible. It was rough.
So- Me and
it caused me to drink for a while. Like I
the coping mechanisms.
like
You just see like Daniel on the side of the road with a bottle of gin, looking at the bottom of it. You're like, Daniel, you good? He's like, Red Lobster.
Walking on the side of the highway.
Yeah. Daniel, you good?
That
Endless
close
shrimp,
to
endless
me.
shrimp. You're like, alright, gotcha,
What?
dude. See you next week.
He's in the parking lot, shotgun and a beer, getting ready for the
God.
shift.
I'm like,
I fucking hate this place.
no joke though. That like during Endless Shrimp was the first time I ever drank a drink, and I just kept on drinking.
It never stopped. Hell yeah.
After that,
That's an issue.
Hey, Daniel, there are two wolves inside you. One drinks on the weekends, one drinks on weekdays. You're an alcoholic.
I only drink
Daniel,
on
you
days that
still
end
got-
in Y. Don't worry about it. I don't have a problem, okay?
Daniel,
Fun
you still got
fact,
something in your
be-
glass.
yeah, I know. Fun fact,
Oh,
There we
cheers.
go. Good shit.
fun fact, I will. Oh, what was I going to say?
Nice.
Fun fact.
I
Dude,
forgot.
you're getting PTSD. I'm sorry that we had to bring this up. War has changed is basically
War.
the motto of this.
War's fucking changed.
That's the moral. War
War's
has changed. Really?
Tip your server, by the way. Tip your server, 20% at least.
Tip your servers. If you're ever going to Endless Shrimp, don't. Preferably.
Don't.
Don't.
But if you do,
Don't.
tip your servers good.
Yeah.
If you go
So-
for an Endless Shrimp, fuck you. I'm sorry.
That's the message.
So, me and Eli actually have an interesting seafood story. Multiple.
Oh, screw you already
You
then.
eat,
this
you
has
eat
been multiple
400 shrimp?
No, we don't.
Are
Are you talking about like the vacations in Florida and stuff?
Yes. I
Oh,
am.
excellent.
So, we used back in like middle school, beginning of high school. We used to go down with my parents to Florida, and so my dad has this thing where he gets his entertainment by daring and betting people to do dumb things.
It's a little fucked up, but
I like
it's
this
fun.
already. I like
shit.
this already.
So we get down there, and he pulls out a 20, sets it on the table, and says, "All right, I'm ordering raw oysters. The first one to get a raw oyster down gets the 20."
Okay.
So I don't know how many people have had raw oysters before, but it's a
Acquired
interesting
taste.
experience.
90% of
especially when-
people absolutely hate it. They're like slimy.
I'm
Like
one of
I've
those
had it and I
90%.
enjoy them. But
Oh, are you talking about oysters? Hold up.
raw,
Yeah,
raw
raw
oysters.
oysters.
Yeah. Where
Raw
they come
oyster.
in the shell, you drop like hot sauce on them,
Yeah.
and then you're basically like doing a shot with it.
I'll
Yeah,
actually say, we served those at Red Lobster, and those were actually pretty good.
Oh.
they're not
I'm
great.
the minority.
Yeah, but like
Because-
people aren't ordering 400 of them, so like I don't believe you.
But so
Hmm.
we have a interesting time because we're both like grab an oyster and we're just sitting there looking at it and trying to figure out how we're gonna do this. Eli, of course, thinks, "Oh, I'll chop it in half. Get half at once, then half later."
Mind you, before all this goes on, I won the bet the year before.
Yes.
So I was like,
I
all
won
right,
the bet the
I'm
year
just
before.
gonna kill
I
it.
had a strategy. I went in. I was a winner. I'm coming back to
Yeah.
keep the title.
I was challenging, and so I was like, "All right, I'm not losing this year." I just grab some saltines, throw them in my mouth, slam back the oyster, and just get it done. And Eli looks over and sees that I've slammed it just as he finishes the first half, and just the defeat.
Pissed me off is like I look up from it and I was like, all right, we're good to go. And the thing was like I saw Kaleb move, but it didn't click. that the motherfucker had already eaten his. So what do I proceed to do? I go ahead and eat the fucking second half. And as soon as I do, I fucking put that thing in my mouth and I swallowed and I opened my eyes and slapped my hand down on the table where the 20 was. There's not a 20 there. And I was pissed. I was so fucking mad.
Dude, this reminds me of my own freaking Florida oysters. Seafood is just a common thing apparently. I went basically on a family trip about a month or two ago.
That's how it all starts.
Yeah, basically with my whole family down to Florida. Spent the week down there, went to the beach and stuff. It was nice, did stuff, right? And then one night we find this like hole in the wall seafood place. We're like, oh, this is gonna be really good, dude. We found the right spot. This is gonna be real sick, right? So we all sit down. There's like 14 of us sitting down in this like bar and grill, but you know it's mostly seafood stuff, right? We're all sitting down, and it's basically like there's all the adults, the grandparents, and then there's like the 4 cousins, like the youngest, right? Or 5 cousins. Excuse me. And we all sit down, and then my uncle orders raw oysters, and he gets like 13 of them. And he's like, y'all want some? And me and my other oldest cousin are instantly like, oh yeah, sure, whatever, dude. Do it real quick. And we're like, oh, this is fine. And we look over at my cousin and his buddy who got brought on the trip. My youngest cousin, or second youngest cousin, he likes seafood, but he's never tried oysters before. And we're explaining it. We're like, yeah, it's like most people absolutely hate it. You'll probably hate it, but you have to do it. So like, do it. But yeah, and then we're explaining it. We're like, it's gonna be slimy. If you immediately swallow it, we'll make fun of you. But like, you could, I guess. And he's like, all right, cool. His buddy had never tried seafood before, like any seafood or anything. So already going into that place, we're like, we're gonna see if you got a shellfish allergy. We're gonna see if you are allergic to anything, and it's gonna be yikes if you do. But luckily enough, he
If
wasn't.
you die, that's a price we're willing to pay.
Yeah. It's like sucks to suck. You came with us. So you know. But anyways, he he's trying stuff, and my cousin's like eating, like he loves seafood and everything, and they finally like we convinced them to eat the oysters, and they both take one, and like the whole time the whole family's got like all their phones out like, oh shit, they're doing it, dude, no way, because this kid used to be like incredibly picky, and he does it real quick, and he just goes, I hate this. Is this supposed to taste like he's like, is this supposed to taste like that? We're like, yup, sucks to suck. And you know, the night goes on and whatever, and we eat all this seafood, and we're like, oh, that was really good. And then because it was a family thing, we rented basically a van bus kind of thing. It could fit like the whole like 14 of us or whatever in the truck or in the van, and we're like, all right, sick, whatever. So on our way back, it's like a 40-minute drive back to the place we were at, and while we're driving, all of a sudden you know, I just start like gripping the seat in front of me, and they're like, my aunt who's in front of me, she's like, you good? And I was like, it was real buttery. We're gonna have a real issue if we don't get to the bathroom real soon.
Rumblies.
And my other oldest cousin's like, I'm feeling it too. It's getting real bad. We start getting closer and closer, and the whole time we're like, you hit a bump, there's gonna be an issue in the car. And here's the thing, like the place has like a code you have to put in to open the door once you finally get there. So we're like, as soon as you get out, give me that code. I'm punching it in. As soon as we park, all right, me and my cousin are pushing through everyone to try to open the van door to get out and then run to the door. We have other family running in behind us who also is, you know, their stomachs exploding. Everyone runs off to like the 4 different bathrooms in the place. And then everyone comes out. We're like, that was a good meal. Nothing happened there. Like, not a single person thought it was like food poisoning or anything. Everyone was just like, yeah, that's what the price we had to pay. You know, it was a good
price
meal.
You have to pay.
It's, you know, a small sacrifice. What it cost?
So
everything.
good.
My insides, my internal organs. But yeah, that's
Those aren't
that's
important.
my secret.
You don't need those.
That
No.
kind of reminds me of so for whenever we graduated high school, my family knows I liked spicy food, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what the toe of Satan is?
No,
Is
that's
that a
awesome.
lollipop?
I'm intrigued.
So
Is
the
that a
toe of Satan, I have it pulled up on Google right now. The
I
toe of
already want
Satan
to eat
is a lollipop that is made with 9 million Scoville units of chili extract.
Ah, nice.
Fuck that.
And there's a challenge that goes with the lollipop that you have to keep it in your mouth for 5 minutes straight without ever taking it out. No saliva coming out, no swallowing, no nothing.
5
So
minutes.
my cousin and uncle, without telling me, because before all this, they said, "Oh, wouldn't it be funny if like you would do it?" And they said, "Would you actually do it if like you had the opportunity to?" I was like, "I mean, like, I guess I'd have to then, like, fuck, like, you know." And then they did it, and my grandmother's. My grandmother was not happy afterwards.
I bet, dude. You telling me this, like, it already sounds horrible, and then the fact that they're like, it's 5 million or whatever, how many million? Scoville
9 million.
9 million, sorry, 9 million Scoville units. You know, just absolutely burn your taste buds off stuff. And then also they're like, hey, but there's a challenge you can do if you want. You know,
So
like 9 million's too easy, but if you hold it in your mouth
Yeah.
for 5 minutes, you know, maybe someone will clap for you, right? Like,
So they timed me doing it. I did it, but I kept going.
okay.
I finished the lollipop. I had finished the lollipop.
Well, yeah.
It took about 10 minutes.
I was
It
about
took
to say.
10 minutes. I took it out of my mouth. I could not speak. The inside of my mouth, the skin and the gums ripped apart
Oh my god.
Ah,
because of the
fuck.
heat.
The fuck?
I could not feel my tongue, and my grandmother thought I was going to have to go to the hospital. I sat there. I ate a whole loaf of bread within like 20 minutes, as well as drank a whole gallon of milk
Nice.
in like 5 minutes. I had the burps for a good rest of the day. It was a wonderful time. They recorded me doing it. They were extremely disappointed because I didn't actually have a reaction doing it. I just sat
Oh.
there. Actually, tears were running down my face, but I was just sitting there like,
That's even like worse and
Just-
more psychotic. Just to see you like,
Yeah.
haha, I'm firming it. I don't have an issue. As there's just tears running down your face. Like, I'm good,
I was-
guys. Don't worry about it.
Though. Jeez.
no, I had the face of I was going to kill you after I'm done with this,
Okay.
and I chased my cousin, with a butter knife.
Okay, calm down.
Had- Had the rage, the spicy rage.
The rage.
He had the toe of the Satan in his mouth, dude. Of course he has
I-
rage. The wrath came
The-
within him.
Okay.
But it was a lot of fun. If I was ever asked to do it again and somebody actually provided for me, sure, why not? I'd do it again.
I mean, yeah.
Sure.
Like, after
Yeah.
the... When
I'd-
you saying you did the 10 minutes just makes me think that, like, you know, after the first 5 minutes, you know, you probably can't feel anything, so I guess
You
it makes
can't.
sense
You really
that, like,
can't.
You just
And I
brush
did
it
the
off.
thing where you keep it like in between your teeth and your cheek. My cheek was ripped apart. There was a scar left on my cheek. It's
Okay,
still
I don't know
there
if that's
actually.
healthy.
My scar is there's still a scar inside of my cheek.
And what do you have?
Hey,
left?
Okay,
son.
but like, could you taste anything for like a month?
Toe.
Yeah, you know, my taste buds were perfectly fine. I couldn't feel half of my face.
Daniel, I'm
Bad
starting to
gum,
realize
son.
you might be a masochist because like you worked at Red Lobster during Endless Shrimp. You did this like 9 million Scoville challenge. Like I think you just enjoy pain. Like I think that's what I'm
Yeah.
learning about you today. So that's yikes, but you know, live your life.
Hey,
you
so
got
yes.
any? You got any whips you want to show us, Daniel?
Yikes.
You know, I like some pain. You know, I like a little.
I like some pain.
Band.
Hey man, I'm just saying, some of those peoples in the comment section are gonna be hitting me
Hey.
up, so
Yeah.
don't provide his at, please. Drop
Oh,
it in
God.
the chat.
Y'all got any stories like that of doing like challenges or anything like for your family besides $20 for raw oysters that you then absolutely lost the bag on?
Another challenge from my dad was it was I think early February, and there was me and like some of my friends. Eli was there as well, just down at the dock. It was probably 10 at night or something, and my dad just goes, "I wonder how cold the water is." And so we're like, I don't know, it's probably pretty cold. And he goes, "If I throw a 20 in the lake, would one of you jump in after it?"
That is great comedic setup. I wonder how cold the water is. Everyone, go ahead. I'll bite. Yeah, it's probably pretty cold.
And so my friend Nathan was like, yeah, I'd do it. And so my dad pulls out a 20 and just drops it into the lake. And I'm telling you, the bill did not hit the water before Nathan was in the air.
I just imagine it looks like one of those perfectly timed like scream cut videos of just him in the air like he got thrown at the bill as it's dropping.
Yeah.
Did
So
he?
the bill is so soaking wet, I bet.
He got it.
Oh, okay.
He got it, and he kept the 20. So I guess all in all, worth it.
And managed to avoid
speaking
hypothermia
of-
in the process.
Oh my god, I hate anything with water now.
Oh?
Why?
You get waterboarded at Red Lobster or Longhorn?
No,
see
but I
that.
do have a pet peeve for any server though.
Okay, go ahead.
If you set your ticket in any form of water or any liquid, I hate you to death.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, so 2 things. Daniel, I'm going to visit you, and I'm going to order the Southwestern Shrimp at Longhorn. Number 2, I'm going to rub all the fucking condensation into my ticket when I get back.
I'll fucking kill you, dude.
In a video game.
Also-
So when do you work, Daniel?
Yeah, what's your shift schedule?
Here, I'll send it to you.
Oh, fantastic.
Right now.
Right
Everybody on
now.
the stream, go ahead and go visit Daniel at the following hours. Make sure to tip him $2 and rub your ticket in the fucking water.
That's like I've seen people do like pranks for their because everything on I hate this that I'm even talking about this, but I've seen a lot of videos from a site and an app known as TikTok, and all I see from my friends that are also waiters and stuff, they always send me just things they absolutely hate or love, which is either wholesome videos of people giving like their waiters like like huge tips or something, or like doing something nice for them. And then the other one is them showing like, we're gonna prank our waiter, and they put the receipt and the tip in a cup full of water. They flip it upside down with the menu, so it's on the table with water in it in the cup upside down, and then they like surround it in like ketchup and mustard on the table, so as soon as you lift up the cup to get the receipt and the tip, it spreads out into the water, into the ketchup. It's just, people are
It's
horrible,
fucked up,
and
bro.
some people are really nice, but it's crazy how like just assholes people can really be.
The majority of people that go to a restaurant are terrible people.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie to you. More than 50% of tables are terrible, and I hate them.
What's the statistic? Like 10 to 15% of people are just bad people.
I think it's more than 10%, buddy.
I think it's way more than 10%.
Way more.
Working in the restaurant industry definitely enlightens you.
You want to know
to
what's
that side of
very
us.
fun? Serving a table where they're signing each other's divorce papers.
Excuse
What
me?
the fuck?
Seems to be
That's
amazing.
spectacular.
They chose Red Lobster of all places too.
Honey, this is our last dinner together. Let's go to the lobster.
No, even worse. You because like you can't be the one to deliver divorce papers to the other person. You get the waiter. You're like, can we get the check? And also,
Shit. Yeah, the
They
fucking
come,
waiter
they're like,
Served.
the check for
pulls you
you.
over into the
I'm
bathroom.
sorry for you.
Listen,
Is this
I've
all-
got
is
a
this
nice
all
tip
one-
on the line for this.
Is this
So
all
I
on one
guess-
ticket? Is this
Yeah,
all
I
on one
guess you'll want
ticket?
to
No.
Actually,
No.
yeah.
Also, would you guys
So-
like some drinks? We got some
Is
drinks
the
on the
bill gonna
house.
be
Would you guys
together
like
or
a
separate?
dessert?
Is the bill gonna be together or separate tonight?
Actually.
You guys like a few beers?
Wait, so Daniel, tell what happened with divorce paper table? Like, what?
They got a few drinks.
I would
Um,
Yeah.
There was a lot of yelling at each other.
What a surprise. Isn't that commonplace?
And I got like $2 from the table.
Nice. I mean, dude,
They-
honestly,
they
I
were
would
not-
be like, instead of her taking it, here, waiter, thank you, here, take it.
They were both kind of terrible people.
Oh,
To begin
okay.
with.
Well, nice. Recipe for disaster.
Recipe to disaster.
I mean, if
you would-
people are getting a divorce, it's a safe bet to say one of them is probably an abrasive personality.
Yeah, there's definitely at least probably an issue with one of them, right?
Yeah.
Two of them just makes more sense.
Yeah.
God, people are awful.
Yeah,
People
I mean,
really
going
are.
back to the thing, you saying 10 to 15% of people are like horrible people. I feel like there's got to be at least 10% in the world that drives BMWs and don't use their blinkers. So I feel like those numbers got to be way higher. You know, like I can't imagine.
I can't. Why is it people who drive BMW, like, do they just say,
They
oh, I've
don't
got a
know it
BMW?
exists. I don't know what it is. It doesn't exist to them.
They actually don't install blinkers on BMW.
They don't. They don't.
They're waiting for a software update right now.
Yeah,
It's just
they're
fucking
gonna software.
excluded.
Yeah,
They-
and if you ever see a BMW with its blinker on, you know that it got modded or something. You know that like it was like made
It's
to
stolen.
do that. It's
You know
external.
it's stolen.
It's not, it's
BMWs
not
come with a
manufactured.
dose of autism with every order.
Yeah.
So you have to unlock the skill to be completely normal.
Yeah, basically. I don't know. There's really just something about your brain capacity on BMW. Like, I don't.
It handicaps you.
The
You
keys
don't even get a
drop in
handicap
your hand,
sticker.
and all of a sudden your brain just shrinks. Like you just smooth out your brain.
No, somebody irons your brain as part of the sale.
Yeah, exactly. Like you know
Fuck.
those things of like this ointment will make you look 10 years younger. They use it on their brain, and all the wrinkles disappear. Like
Yeah.
So good. Hell yeah. With our complimentary brain surgery with your BMW visit today.
It's gonna remove the part of the brain that makes you think.
God
prefrontal
bless.
cortex. We're gonna need that in the leaks.
Yeah.
In other news, I got banned from League of Legends the other day.
Yeah, I need to hear this story. I never heard the story, and I need to hear the story.
It was okay, especially when you look at the chat logs. I probably pissed the review agent at Riot off. In retrospect here.
Can I start this with saying I don't play League of Legends and I haven't really played any MOBAs, but what I do know about
blessed.
those communities, yes, I know. It's like staying away from nicotine,
Agreed.
dude. All right,
It's like straight
No, it's
heroin.
worse than nicotine.
No, yeah,
It's worse than nicotine.
It's like caffeine.
Nicotine you can recover from the toxicity of League of Legends will
There's
scar you
rehab for
permanently.
nicotine.
Yeah, there's rehab for.
Just
there's no
PTSD for League.
there's no AA for League of Legends. Yeah, but what
I
know
mean, Eli and Kaleb, they left for like a good while, and they came back for some ungodly reason, and like now they're addicted again.
Yeah.
Agreed.
it's
I thought that I got out.
You
relapse.
you had withdrawals, dude. You came back. The heat
Yeah.
flashes came.
I
And you had to play.
The heat flashes.
God, I
But-
played it for almost every single day for about like several, like 5-6 years.
Yeah, see, more evidence you're a masochist. Anyways, I don't know a lot about those communities. I don't know a lot about the games, but I know a lot about the communities, and it surprises me that you could be more hateful enough that reviewers would then ban you. Go ahead, Eli.
Oh, holy shit. The thing is that I wasn't really even being that hateful.
Oh,
By league standards.
By league standards.
yes.
Okay.
Oh, I've
so,
seen
preface
screenshots.
to this. We've all been in the fucking Modern Warfare 2012 lobbies where
None of us are
literally,
holding
like,
any jobs if those get leaked.
holy shit, like 30-year-olds telling 12-year-olds that they're gonna fuck their mom. Yeah, like
No, I think
that
it's
kind
the
No,
of
other
shit.
way
it went both
Right, no,
ways. It went
yeah, I had
both
it
ways.
They're both like, your mom. Anyways.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers, dude. Alright. So it started off as a normal game. We were just joking around. having a good time. And they all started. Why does it always start with me with telling someone to kill themselves?
Okay, well,
I just typed KYS in the chat. Right? That's all I did. I typed KYS.
yeah,
And then
kiss your
immediately,
sister.
because I was worried about getting banned, I typed in there KYS equals kiss your significant other.
Okay.
Apparently, the person that reported me also said, in quote, "Don't explain that to me, explain that to Riot." And I was like, this is why I'm typing in the chat logs right now. Hello, Mr. FBI agent. And then I proceeded to say, greetings.
We got a cameo.
We got a bustin', dude.
This is my roommate. Just say hello to the people.
What's up, roommate?
Greetings.
Nice.
But anyway, I tried to continue to explain it to Riot over the course of the chat logs. And then I may or may not have called one or two of them boomers multiple times, and then I think that got the rest of them to report me.
Okay, well, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, I received a 14-day ban on League of Legends for telling someone to kiss their significant other.
Okay.
Was it an instant feedback, though? Was it an instant feedback?
It's pretty damn close. It's like it's like a day after. So
if dude, I love it in League of Legends when it's the instant feedback report ban. It's like,
good.
Those are so satisfying.
Yes.
Did you win the round?
I think finally enough people had.
You did win the game, didn't you?
Yeah. No, we lost.
That
was the best part. Is like we lost, and they were still salty enough to report me afterwards.
They're like, "How about you kiss your significant other? Please don't report me."
Anyways, I do have another KYS story.
Of
and
course.
the participant of this is in the chat currently. His name is Kaleb.
Oh, yes, this one.
So flashback to high school.
I might need to tell this one.
Just
for the
I think
perspective.
Okay.
Okay, you're in for a story. You're in for a story.
Okay, so we were 11th grade, I think, 12th grade, something like that.
Yeah, we were juniors in high school.
Juniors. And so we were in this one teacher's class who I still harbor a grudge with. That's besides the point.
I think we should read the essay after this.
Yeah.
I've heard this story, or I've heard the like what happened after this story. I've heard what happened after this story. Go ahead.
So this teacher was their, like, they'd taught for one semester before. She was like just out of college.
Yeah, she was fresh, super fresh.
And so she thought it was a great idea, for whatever reason, with high school juniors and seniors to have a banned words list.
Fucking spectacular decision, by the way. Best thing ever.
You're asking them to use words until they get banned. Like,
literally, Goober was on that banned words list.
But so, we were in there one day. I mean, they're relatively short classes, and I think they were like 55 minutes. But so right at the beginning of class, I just turn around behind me and grab Eli's pens, both of them. And I'm like, I know he's coming to ask me if I have his pens. Like, it's going to take 5 minutes for him to ask me. So I throw them. I was wearing a hoodie at the time. I put them in the sleeve of my hoodie.
Huh?
Sure enough, Eli comes by 5 minutes later. "Hey, did you take my pens?" I'm like, "No, I didn't take your pens." I like turn out all my pockets and stuff. I'm like, "I don't have your pens." And so, like, the class continues. Everybody else is doing their work. Eli's just wandering around the classroom trying to find his pens. And so, I don't know, it's like 10, 15 minutes before class ends. And he finally goes up to the teacher and is like, "Hey, I can't find my pens." And she's like, "All right, now is the time. If you took Eli's pens, to give them back." So as he's walking back to his desk, I take my pens out of my sleeve, set them on his desk, and he goes.
Listen, this is exactly what happened. I said, "Fuck it. Kill yourself!"
Come on.
You could hear it in the hallway, dude.
It was hilarious. And all of our friend group that's in that class, one guy's on the floor. We are dying. And we managed to look up at the teacher, and she is just white as a sheet.
She's
like,
fucking mortified, bro.
It took her a solid minute to recover.
Jeez.
She's like
It
clutching
was
her pearl.
bad.
She's like, oh my goodness.
Straight up. She's like, I can't believe I have to write this on the banned words list.
It goes like, Goober, kill yourself. Like,
Well, that escalated quickly.
yeah, the escalation there. I'd imagine it goes like Goober, kill yourself, and then the next one's like Doofus or like
Doofus.
yeah, like
Oh,
in stories about teachers banning stuff. I remember I think it was like 2016. That was my freshman year. It was in like our Spanish class. All of it like if I'm remembering correctly, there were 2 things that were banned, and it was just because the teacher, her only reasoning was, I don't know what it is. It could be a gang sign. So it was the what are those? It was the what are those, and then the like this meme of the girl going so again, the entire class, everyone is like doing that at some point or another, making jokes, obviously. Just throughout like the first month or 2, and she was like, I don't know what it is. It's banned. You can't do it. And we just like straight up had to apologize in Spanish anytime we forgot and did it, and it was just very awkward to just see someone go because they're confused, and then all of a sudden she just kind of stares at them angrily, and everyone else is laughing because they're like, what is going on, dude?
So good.
So in other high school teacher stories,
Okay.
so my mom was a teacher at the high school we all went to. And so I finally had a class just my senior year for like a semester.
Barely passed her test.
And so I took full advantage of being able to mess with her. So I found this stop sign. Not the entire stop sign, just the sign part, not the pole.
Okay, yeah.
So, through coordinated effort, I sent somebody in ahead of me to take her attention away from the door, because her desk was the furthest away from the door.
Okay.
So he went in, got her attention, was just asking her about whatever test or whatever, and I took the stop sign in while he was doing that and placed it strategically. So we had the desk that was just the desktop,
okay,
and nothing underneath it. So I turned it flat, not flat, but like sideways to the front so that it didn't really look like anything, and kept it at my desk for like basically the entire class. And then at the middle of class, she pauses, turns to like change the slide, and I pull out the stop sign and hold it up in the middle of class. And it was great because she just looks back and is just like, what?
It's time to stop. She's like, does everyone understand? Turns around, just sees you holding up a stop sign in the middle of the class, just like, no. Actually, I have a story regarding your mom. Ayo, got him. Because she did finance, correct?
Yeah, economics.
Or economics, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
you guys did a fake online stock exchange competition, correct?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I
forgot
remember
about this.
I forgot.
Start
So
with like 100,000, simulate the stock market.
yeah. And I had done that the previous year in my econ class or whatever, right? So I knew like what to do, kind of. I knew how to like, I knew enough about the stock market to like make informed decisions other than just haha, I know Apple and Google click, right?
Yeah.
So I was joking with Daniel and some of our other friends who are in the class, and I was like, you gotta get me in, dude. Give me the code to join. I'll join. I'm telling you, I'm gonna win. They're like, no way, dude. Get out of here, right? They're like, we're 2 weeks in of like, what was it, a month, right? Like 4 weeks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, something like that. They were like, we're 2 weeks in. There's no way you're gonna even get like top 10 or anything, right? And I was like, oh, dude, I got this. Just give me the code and we'll see. Just give me the code to join and we'll see. I finally got the code to join.
I said full fucking send, bud.
Yeah, full sender, bud. So I got finally got the code to join. I joined. And apparently, and I just like, I kept getting updates. Whenever I talked to the people that were in the class, I was like, hey, how am I doing? Has anyone noticed my name yet? Because it shows your name in the leaderboard, so they could just see Dominic S, right? And everyone was like, or the person I was talking to, she was like, yeah, they've seen you and they think it's the other Dominic that actually goes to the school, but they know it's not because he's dumb. So everyone's just very confused. So the next like 2 or 3 weeks or whatever of the game goes on, and I make a bet with the person who gave me the invite, and they're like, there's no way. I was like, dude, here's the thing. All I have to do, just you owe me huge if I beat the teacher. If I beat the teacher of the class, all right, you owe me huge. And she was like, all right, fine, whatever. And she was joking, sure, like, I'll off myself, right? I was like, that's a yikes, but whatever, sure. That's funny enough to say. little sus, but I won't vote you out. I'll vote skip and continue with my life, right? And I was like, all right, whatever. Next 2 or 3 weeks go by, I'm getting updates about how everyone's like, who the hell is Dominic? It's not that Dominic, he's dumb. And then the competition ends. I go to check the leaderboard. I got like 11th or something. And I kept scrolling through and I just see the Mrs. blah 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 or whatever is underneath me, and I was like, I fucking did it, dude. And then when I came down one of the times to see y'all, everything, I don't remember if you remember this, Kaleb. When we came over to your place, I then told your mom, and she was like, "Oh, that's who Dom was." And even she was like, even she was like, "Yeah, I didn't think it was the other Dom. I didn't know how." So yeah,
your mother's class was amazing, and I almost failed it.
It's alright. Caleb didn't almost do so
I was about to
hot
say,
in it
so
at
did
first
Caleb,
either.
apparently. Imagine going to dinner, like, you're sitting down for dinner, and your mom just looks over at you and is like, "You've been studying, Caleb?" Oh, he's muted.
Yes, Mom.
Oh no.
She just starts dropping like quiz or like practice quizzes with like on the table. You're like, oh fuck.
You're not getting fucking dinner until you make your practice quiz.
Oh
You got 5 attempts.
Even better is me and my dad explaining math to her.
I think it was so funny at the end of class one day. I looked her dead in the face and said, "Wait, your husband trades socks, right? Can you get him in here to explain this? I think I need to hear it from a man."
Oh my god, dude.
She knew it was all in good fun, but
yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was so
dude.
funny.
What was her reaction to that? Like,
the whole class started laughing, and she was like, exactly. Yeah, you want to hear it from a man.
she just went, haha, very funny. Anyways.
We already had this running joke from this conference we went to, where it was like when the like teacher that took us on this conference, we were like really good friends with her, and so we had just like had this running joke about, oh, I'm not understanding. I'd understand better if I had it explained to me by a man, and so it was just a continuation of that joke.
So good.
Got him, dude. I guess. Y'all got any other like things about like parents doing wacky things or anything like that? I mean, I feel like we've heard a lot about Kayla's parents, who are interesting individuals to say the least. But y'all got anything you want to share or no? I got some.
Not anything personally on my end. I'm actually probably gonna have to call it like sayonara on my end. We've got a few errands to run before the next business day tomorrow, even though it's Sunday. But
okay, you good?
Alrighty.
Wait, Sunday?
Appreciate you.
Oh, tomorrow's Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah,
all
tomorrow's
right,
Sunday.
Anything you want to shout out before you leave?
Hey man, Tennessee's where it's at. See you back down here.
Tennessee's where it's at. Tip your waiters. Don't get endless
Tip
shrimp.
your
Don't
waiters.
even go to Red Lobster.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Just say
Yeah.
Longhorn, bro.
Oh, fun fact, by the way. Fun fact
Okay.
about Red Lobster. It was just recently bought out by a Chinese buffet company.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I'm down.
Oh,
Anyways,
So, Chinese buffet Red Lobster question mark?
Excellent. I'm down.
nice.
I'm about it.
Last time I checked with my old coworkers, they were all trying to get themselves fired.
I don't blame you.
They're not trying to
Listen,
quit.
man.
They're trying to get themselves fired. Fantastic.
No,
I
they're
wonder
literally
what you have
they were
to do.
literally caught stealing drinks from the bar because they're trying to get themselves fired that badly.
Oh my God.
Damn.
What do you have to do to get fired from Red Lobster?
I don't know. I guess like they're so desperate on employees because they're so understaffed that they can't fire you.
Jeez.
Dude, we made jokes about them shooting up heroin, but they'd actually turn a blind eye. They'd look at it and be like, I don't know, dude, just
Yeah,
like keep
absolutely.
the kitchen clean.
Yeah, keep the kitchen.
The kitchen was not clean, by the way. The kitchen was not clean.
All right, gentlemen.
Yeah. Thanks for coming,
Deuces.
Eli.
Take it easy.
yeah.
Yeah,
Adios,
absolutely.
dude.
Adios,
See
Eli.
Mm-hmm.
And then there were 3. It's a
No.
battle royale, boys.
Oh no,
um,
not like this.
actually, my phone's kind of getting blown up by a cousin who's annoying me because they told me a story. Basically, going back to our military stories. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's that. One of my cousins went to PT as well. And he told us that apparently one day there was an issue where all of their like the lockers in the wherever they were
Barracks, I assume.
the barracks, yes. Thank you. All of them, they had a problem with just like they wouldn't lock them, right? They wouldn't lock their lockers, so like anyone who came in to check could just like open up and see everything, right? So all of a sudden one day they come back from basic and running a course, and they come back and they just see that all of the beds are not because they're like bunk beds, right? They're not turned sideways. They're not like de-sheeted or whatever, right? They are flipped completely upside down, and on the outsides of the barracks, and then at the center is just all of the lockers, with the bicycle locks, like the string bicycle locks, all the way around it in a just like pile at the center. So then they spent the next couple, I don't know, hour or two fixing their beds and then getting people together because they needed to lift this blob of lockers together and then slide them out because none of them have the key or the code for the bicycle locks, so they just have to like Tetris their way out of it, right? And then another thing from that cousin was also that they had a drill sergeant they called Rainman, because do you know, have you heard any stories of Rainman, Kaleb?
I have not. I just am familiar with the movie, so I'm interested to see where this goes.
Because Rainman is a common like nickname given to drill sergeants that are that do this generally, or something to this effect, which is basically everyone is in the room, they do they're like everyone just goes in, they lock the doors, they lock the windows. They're in Chicago, right? So it rains every once in a while, right? And they just go, it's supposed to rain today, we're gonna do PT till it rains. But again, they lock the doors, they lock the windows, and everyone's like, there are some people that have caught onto it, and others, like my cousin, who are like, what's happening, right? So then all of a sudden they just say, like, turn or whatever, right? Like I don't know the actual like commands for like push-up formation, but basically they're all in lines in the room, and they just turn and they just say like whatever it is for like fall forward in push-up position, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, you're either gonna be on the guy in front of you's back, or you're up against a wall. We're doing it until it starts raining. And they're like, okay. And they just start, they're doing it for like hours. They're going, and then they just start hearing the condensation on the roof. They're like, and some people start like looking around, like, are we good? But they keep like pushing and everything. And they're like, this is hell. This is horrible. Like, they could hear the rain, but it didn't matter because they're still, they haven't been told to stop, so they have to keep going, right? then all of a sudden, they're just like someone got brave enough or stupid enough to ask if they could stop, or not if they could stop, but if that was rain is what he asked. And then he got his own punishment way after, apparently.
Yeah.
But apparently what the drill sergeant intended was that, because it's like getting fogged up and it's getting really hot in the room and everything, so like if you had glasses or anything, you had glasses, you were getting fogged up, and it was obviously they're working out in the barracks basically on top of each other, or if you're unlucky enough, you're against the wall with someone on your back. And then the rain finally started to trickle down, like it started to leak into the barracks, and then they're like, all right, everyone can leave, you're done. And they're like, oh my god, that's what he meant. So it was
amazing.
Absolute hell. But apparently it only happened once, so they got lucky. Unless you're that one guy who asked if that was rain. So RIP to him, really. But yeah.
Yeah.
Army does not sound fun.
I mean, that's just like while you're in training. At least like once you get out of training and stuff, it relaxes a lot as far as like drill sergeants and stuff. But honestly,
they're too busy, yelling at and attacking the fresh meat. So
yes, I don't understand how some drill sergeants keep a straight face. Like just some of the stuff I hear that privates will do and ask just cracks me up. Like the private Zulu, just like down and up. I have no clue how the drill sergeant kept a straight face through that.
Dude, I feel like at a certain point you just get used to making people doing dumb shit. So you just kind of have to be like, if I give them a smile, it's what they want. I just have to, if I keep looking like I'm angry and this is not funny in the slightest, they're just gonna feel bad. As soon as I smile, they think it's funny. So.
Yeah. Besides the hours, I feel like it could be a very fun job, just making up dumb stuff for people to do.
Have you seen any people do martial training?
Like the combatives?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
I have not. Personally.
I've also heard plenty of stories of that, which is absolute hell. Which is basically the drill sergeant just like everyone like gets information, he just starts stretching, everyone's like, what the hell's going on? They're like, we know what we're doing, but like, why is he stretching like this? And he just goes, he looks across the line and he just goes, you. And the guy just comes over, he's like, you're gonna be my test dummy. And obviously everyone's like, oh fuck, thank god I didn't get pointed at. And then the entire training is him kicking his ass to show them how to kick his ass, basically.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
That's just his life, is him just kind of having to be like, all right, come at me, and he'll kick his ass and then be like, no, I didn't mean like that, like swing your arm over my, like you're trying to get me in like a headlock, and then he'll do it again. The private will run up and do the headlock, and it'll like throw him over, and he's like, no, all right, now this time, like he's giving him instructions after he's kicking his ass. Every single time he's like, no, get up, but like this time, like it's just like minorly changing it, and everyone has to stand in line. God. Everyone has to stand in line, and everyone's like, at first it was like funny. After a while, it started to get funny for people. And then one guy like basically cackled. And then all of a sudden,
the drill sergeant messed him up.
Sergeant went, oh, it's funny, huh? And all of a sudden, he's the new test dummy. Here's the thing. If I ever got chosen as a test dummy, or, and someone to send an example out of, I'd be like, I fucking hate my life. But as, a spectator, I feel like the army's fantastic.
The biggest
thing is, if I was that test dummy, I'd be laughing while being thrown over.
He'd hurt you even more, dude. He'd be like, oh, it's funny,
I know! Huh? I'd be laughing to the pain, because that's what I do. If I start getting hurt, I start laughing contagiously.
I think it's more, dude. I mean, you hear stories like that, and it just cracks me up, the people who say, oh, I wouldn't join the army, because, like, drill sergeant yell at me, I'm going to mess him up.
Oh, no way. Yeah,
he's going to mess you up.
Yeah. Every time
That's
I
why
hear
he's a
that,
drill sergeant.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no way you've ever you just hear stories.
He's
and
in that
think people
position
are-
for a reason.
Yeah, you hear those stories. Like those people hear stories and they think they're just being played up. Like, oh, drill sergeants are crazy badasses that'll whoop your ass. No, that's their
They
job.
really
That's
are.
their job. That's
Their
part of the job requirements is to kick your
Yeah.
ass.
Imagine having a job just to kick somebody's ass.
That's actually
what
I
I
got fired
say,
from my
like-
daycare position a few weeks ago.
Alright, calm down, Anakin.
Okay, yeah. No sparing the young ones.
Master Anakin, look what we learned. We know how to laugh. Oh, you do. You're my test dummy. Zoom. Darth Mauls him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Trying to think, what else has been going on recently? I mean, besides PT.
I'm trying to think. There was I mean, we always I'm sad because we didn't get to do it this year, but me and a group of us used to go up to this we used to rent a cabin, and we really should still, but we would rent this cabin up like kind of in the nearby vacation spot, Gatlinburg, for anyone in the Tennessee gang. And so I don't know, we just always got up to dumb stuff. Like we had one year we had a friend of ours van, and we could fit all 7 of us in this van.
Oh yeah.
And we used to straight up like we are going down the street, and we always have the windows down, blasting some kind of music. And so we pull up at this red light. Next to us is this guy on a motorcycle. And so we look over and just kind of get his attention. He looks back over at us and just kind of nods. And then, like, this whole time, somebody's, like, desperately searching for the Pirates of the Caribbean theme while we're sitting at this red light. And, like, as soon as the light turns green, he hits play, and we all lean out the window and start, like, fake rowing because we're taking for the green light. And we look over, and the guy on the motorcycle's doing the same thing. Just rowing along as we're blasting the Pirates of the Caribbean theme.
that's beautiful. If only if you actually had a rose.
I know.
Yeah, everyone just pulls out an oar all of a sudden. He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, just
You're just prepared for any kind of Pirates of the Caribbean moment.
Yeah, I like to think that all the people in that group, then after that one incident, anytime you were at a red light, everyone just kind of turned to somebody who had their phone out and went, "Come on, quick, get it on, play it now."
no, even that, like, we had it hooked up to the car's sound system, so we like cranked it, and it was just full blast going down the
you
street.
mod the horn so the horn is just the Pirates of the Caribbean just. Nice.
I don't think I have much stories to say. Just been working on a lot of D&D.
Oh, D&D.
I have actually been setting up for actually a new campaign setting, and I would love to get a group to record some D&D.
Oh, you want to record it and stream it?
I want to record and stream, so that's been a little side project I've been wanting to do lately.
That'd be cool, dude. Get your own little
Yeah.
tiny critical role or the unexpectables going on.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
It's me.
I've always thought that was pretty cool. I always enjoyed like making my own scenarios and stuff. But I'm more familiar with like Pathfinder. Like,
yeah.
Me and Eli were actually talking about like writing our own Pathfinder stories and like publishing them or whatever as like a side hustle, which would
there
be
you
pretty fun. Because
I'm not too.
Like
Okay.
half the storage in my Google Drive is literally just campaign ideas that I've come up with.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Might as well put it to good
The,
use.
the best thing in my opinion is actually forming a story either around your players or forming a story with a certain setting in mind, like having like you're playing out a scenario in your head and wrap the whole story around that one scene.
Yeah.
And how you get to that one scene.
Yeah, that's where I like to start. You kind of start with the end
Yeah.
and figure out how you get there.
Kind of, yeah.
That's interesting.
Or
Never really thought about it like that.
but I think my easiest way of doing it, and in my opinion, this is the way I've been doing it for at least over a year now. Is making the story mostly like I take into consideration every character's backstories, and I make it literally about them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I can't
Yeah,
always
like,
do that
about them.
because it gets hard to like. I write the campaign and then I like put the idea out there because like I always have trouble getting a Pathfinder group together.
That's always the issue, dude. You can have all these ideas,
Yeah.
but then people who are down to play consistently is, you know.
Hey,
Yeah,
I mean, like, hey.
the biggest enemy to playing Pathfinder, D&D, or any tabletop game is figuring out everybody's schedules.
Yeah,
That's just straight up the hardest thing.
That is usually the
Oh,
start
dude, that
thing.
reminds me, actually. I got a, I'm actually, setting up currently, Daniel, you'll love to hear this, to play, similar to Pathfinder and Dungeons and Dragons and all that, like, online games, right? Divinity 2, the extended edition, the definitive edition. I might be playing that, but, yeah, because I've never really done any sort of, like, at least online games that are kind of, you know, Pathfinder or Dungeons and Dragons like, right? Because I never did Dragon Age or Divinity or what's the other one? Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate I haven't
Baldur's
done.
Gate.
But I
Baldur's
hear
Gate.
Baldur's Gate 3 is really good, so I'm like interested in trying that.
So
It's
Dude, I thought he like legit froze. Like you just stood so still.
I've been playing the early access. There's so many glitches, but they're all worth it. It's still so much fun to play, and the multiplayer still works, and it's
Still
hilarious.
It
works.
It's
It
reverse
works.
Bethesda. It works, and
It's
the
work-
glitches are funny. So,
Yeah.
or I guess kind of
Exactly.
Bethesda, depending on who
But-
you talk to.
Dominic,
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew this or not. Fun fact about Divinity Original Sin 2. I have over 300 hours into it.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully our playthrough, if I, you know, do go through it that and are able to be in it. Hopefully it's not 300 hours because that's like a lot of time to invest. But you know,
the reasoning for it is I've been trying to do an honor mode run with a friend, and what that essentially is, you're playing on the hardest difficulty. You have one save, and if your entire party dies, the save is instantly deleted.
oh, so it's like hardcore Iron Man mode.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like XCOM 2 Iron Man mode with like playing legendary difficulty.
Okay. That
So,
sounds insane.
So the game is literally telling you good luck.
I think it's appropriate that we're finally touching on like video games since one of the tags is gaming news.
Hey, we don't talk about that. Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I basically throw in I throw in some of the tags as like it'll probably get there, or if I have a story in mind, then I throw up the tag, right? But yeah, usually it comes around to gaming, so yeah.
That's
Divinity
fair.
Original Sin 2 is probably now one of my favorite games of all time. Not
Oh,
even
really?
gonna lie.
I've been meaning to pick it up. It's just like just slightly out of my price range. I like to stick to games that are like 30 or lower or something.
If you take your time and go through everything, just your first playthrough will probably be around 100 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, oh
I mean,
god, oh fuck, I'm playing. I'm doing multiplayer sessions with 2 other people, dude. But they've I think both of them have played it. I know one of them has. I don't know about the other one. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's mostly just because like everyone's super hype about Baldur's Gate 3. Like you said,
Oh
apparently
my
it's really
god.
Good.
It's
I like how, like for some reason there's 2 things right now, and it's like you know, like I said, like Pathfinder type games like Divinity and Baldur's Gate 3. And then on the flip side, there's just like horror game. I mean, besides Among Us, that's a constant for the past couple months.
I would love for like the end of this month to like get a horror game with people.
No, yeah,
play it.
I'm so sad that like the only horror game that like has really been popping up, or I've really heard about that has come out this like year that's been
That ghost game.
It's just Phasmophobia, right?
Yeah, that's
Is
before.
that-
I saw another game called In Silence.
Oh,
I think I saw that one as well.
oh,
I always like the multiplayer
It's all about making noise.
Yeah. I always like the multiplayer horror games where like one person is the monster and then everyone else is the like
Like
people-
Oh,
survivors.
kind of like Friday the 13th way,
Or Dead by Daylight.
or Dead by Daylight.
yeah.
That's
there-
fun, but also I think it takes away some of the tension. Also,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some-
just because you know the player and you know how they're going to act. It's like
True.
I
But
see you over there. I see you.
Yeah.
you can't fool me.
See, I also like it though too because it encourages the innovation. Like you gotta mix people up and stuff.
That
Yeah,
is
yeah.
also very true. But in the silence, Dominic, you might be interested in it because you're only being hunted whenever you make a sound, and in-game voice chat is a thing, and it increases the amount of sound you make.
Is it a single player game?
I did see
It
that.
is a single player and a multiplayer game.
Okay, because I was gonna say if it's single player, then why would you ever like honk
Yeah.
or make a noise, right? But like,
Yeah.
dude,
But no, it's a
I would
multiplayer
love,
game.
I feel like
I
that,
would
that
love to
sounds
play
like
it.
I'm down to try that because
Hey,
that sounds like a
I'm down
great
to try-
game in multiplayer to be like, shut the fuck up, please, please.
I
I'm gonna
think
fucking
it holds
die."
up. I think it holds up to 4 people.
Okay.
No, it
Oh,
only hunts. It only hunts people who are making sounds though.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
only 10
And there's stuff around the map that are constantly making noise. So there's teddy bears and stuff like that. If you step on a teddy bear, it makes this giant squeak sound. Or if you
Hey,
open a drawer, there's like a jack-in-box that comes flying out and just starts cackling,
Oh my
makes
god.
noise.
Hey, Ravenhead Games, you want to sponsor us?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been joking. I'm like, I'm gonna get 700 different sponsors. Like one of them was because Cody Co keeps popping up. Apparently, I mean, even y'all said before the stream TMG something. Cody Co
That's
just
some
keeps
IPA.
reappearing throughout every episode or every couple episodes. So gonna
Yeah.
get on one with him, obviously, for sure. Not gonna have any issues with that. one.
Hey, get your sponsorship for Adam and Eve.
Excuse me.
What? No, excuse me.
Another one I think was like Kellogg's or something. Just just have
Kellogg's?
like hundreds of cereal boxes behind me would be a funny one. Whatever Daniel just said. Every game developer to ever exist would be a really easy one. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so like, this is the Jamie pull that up segment where I pull up In Silence. So it's like $10 apparently, which is actually like,
Oh, is it really?
yeah, it's $10.
boys, I
Phasmophobia is
think we-
like $13, but because everyone's playing it and I've seen enough of it, I'm like, I'm really new to do.
Boys, I think we know what we're doing tonight.
Oh, dude, I'm down.
I'm down too, dude. I'm not doing anything in the tonight or tomorrow.
Do you stream
Or
games
tonight?
on this channel as well, Dominic?
I do not.
Or is
No,
this-
this is
Okay.
strictly just like the podcast. I've been thinking about like doing gaming streams on some other day, but I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I still have to figure everything out.
I would love to figure out how to do stuff like that.
My graphics card driver actually has like ties in to Twitch straight from my graphics card driver,
Really?
which is really nice.
Well, I'm
Yeah, I've
running on
got
a laptop, so I mean, I don't know if I got the best specs.
Yeah.
on that.
You'll take what you can get.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure,
I'll try it. I'll figure it out. I'd
Yeah.
definitely be down to like try playing games and with other people and try to see like what's going on. I mean, obviously, I feel the worst thing is I missed the huge boom that was Among Us, but hopefully there will be a new one.
Yeah,
Then also,
mean-
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say just like start your own boom.
Oh yeah, totally, yeah. It really
Yeah,
is you, right?
Mhm,
I saw this
totally.
thing recently, actually like about Among Us of people being like, y'all really, I don't know what it was about quarantine, but y'all really love blob people. And then all they just showed was just like Fall Guys, which had like 2 or 3 weeks, and then just like
Yeah.
Among Us directly after, and they're like blob, small human-ish
Yo.
people.
Well, you see the evolution.
Did any of
It
did any
It goes Slime Rancher,
Yeah,
Among Us, Fall Guys.
Fall Guys.
That's the evolution of the character.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Did
It's just
any of
growing
you-
up. It's Pokemon evolutions.
Did any of you ever see the there's a tweet that was made by the people who made Fall Guys. It was the anatomy of the Fall Guys people.
I hate that. I hate that. I wish you
Yes,
didn't talk
I've
about
seen
that.
Did you see it?
Yes, I have.
Yes. Caleb, did you?
I've seen it.
Okay,
Oh
it
my
is.
god.
It's
That's
here's-
so cursed.
It is incredibly cursed. And here's the thing, right? I thought
I-
the most cursed anatomy image I'd see was like, you see those some guy made the Pokemon anatomy, and some of those are yikes, right? But they're not too big,
Yeah.
right? Then underneath that you get the anatomy of I mean sometimes you see cursed anatomies of Diglets or what's underneath the ground of Diglett lol.
Yeah.
Then you get cursed anatomy of that's really bad. What you just said, Fall Guys, the Fall Guys people, that's
Fall Guys,
horrible.
yeah.
The freaking probe eyes or whatever. The third one,
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen this, is the film theory and such that is the cars are humans in the movie
Oh,
Cars.
I
yeah.
saw that. I saw
I
that.
hate that.
I hated it.
I
I
can't
hated it.
I can't imagine someone actually took the time to sit down and made that, dude. That just spawned into the world, and someone went, "Oh my god, I hate this. Everyone else has to hate this too." And
Thanks, I hate it.
yeah, basically, thanks, I hate it. Have you seen this, Caleb? The Cars?
I think I have where like it's just like this gelatinous blob of flesh that's inside the car.
Yeah, there's two. There's one that is the what you're saying, basically just like imagine a blobfish just shoved into a car, right? Or the cars of cars. And then the other one is like the curse people saying that like the cars aren't real. The cars are humans inside of the cars, which is
I just pulled it up. I
yeah,
see
it's
it.
horrid.
Yeah, that's yeah.
But
I
it is
agree.
very on topic for this spooky month, right?
It really is.
Oh
It
my
really
god, I'm also
is.
just realizing that dude, scheduling next week's podcast is gonna be a yikes because I was like, this will be the spooky podcast. Next week is Halloween.
Oh man, good luck like actually finding anybody.
Yeah, I mean luckily enough Rona, so there shouldn't be too many Halloween parties, but we'll see. We'll see.
You think?
Don't worry. I mean, if you need somebody, hey, I don't have
Aw.
anything planned.
Aw, thanks, bud. Uh-oh.
of echoing and
Yeah,
Smart
same
man.
here.
die of cringe.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, dude. Imagine editing these things, dude. The
Oh, yeah.
entire
Oh!
time I'm like, oh, that's my
Oh,
voice. Oh,
I
I
see it now.
hate that, dude. Yeah, it's up.
Okay. Yeah, it's back up.
Okay, yeah, I see.
But yeah, dude.
Let's
Y'all
just
got
see
anything
myself
else you want
thinking
to
in
bring
thought.
up, or any stories or topics that have been going on recently?
Not a lot goes on recently. I don't know if you noticed that.
No.
Yeah, trust me, dude. Again imagine doing a weekly thing, right? Like, I mean, you guys have stories, right? That you can bring up, like past stories, right? The problem is
Mhm.
every once in a while, like even while you guys were talking about high school stuff, I had to go. I can't tell that story. Can't tell that story because I have 10 other episodes where I've already told the stories or something, right?
Yeah,
With my
yeah.
actual high school buddies. So, but yeah,
Oh
but,
yeah.
I think we've been going for about an hour and a
Yeah.
half now. So if you guys
Yeah,
are
I
good
think
with
over
everything,
now.
I think this is a good time to stop.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Wrap it
well,
up.
Daniel, thanks for coming, dude. You want to give yourself a
Hey.
shout out? Shout out anything?
You can find me on Twitter at like tenor. I think just tenor at tenor1.
EINNOR1.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And I play games and talk anime stuff and Dungeons and Dragons stuff. That's about it.
Hell yeah, dude.
Thank
Caleb,
you.
still not on the camera, and also
I know.
hasn't experienced the hell that is endless shrimp. Give yourself a shout out, dude.
All right, so I am Terminator14 on Twitch if I ever decide to stream any video games. Otherwise, I am Fireball Charging on League, Silver Bronze Elo-ish. Occasionally, Riot decides to screw me and put a diamond in my game, but that's besides the point.
We don't talk
And-
about that. We don't talk about that.
So if you want to play, hit me up. All right,
The league gods giveth, and the league gods taketh away.
exactly.
Oh no, not like this.
Yeah, but anyways, like I said, thanks for coming, boys. This has been a good one.
It's been a good one.
I'm Dominic Steele, Steele10k on everything, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, everything, all the sites, right? You can find me, find next week's stuff, last week's stuff, everything that's going on, and any schedule changes and anything. Thanks for coming. Deuces. Yeah, if you have money, sponsor me, please. Just give me money, and I will give you a 45-second bit, where I say words that are good, and you probably will like. Thanks. Bye.